This person will call you with a confession that will shake your world. Archangel Michael says, a shadow has been walking silently beside your life for longer than you've known. What's coming is not just a message, but a confession that will change the fabric of everything you've believed. This person's voice will tremble as they speak, but their words will echo forever in your heart. They are going to dial your number, and when they do, you'll feel it deep inside before even answering. The energy around that moment will shift so intensely that even your surroundings may feel different. And when they begin speaking, you will know instantly, it's not just a normal conversation, but a revelation. They have carried this truth like fire in their chest, burning them day and night. They tried to silence it, tried to bury it beneath their ego, their fear, and their pride. But what's meant to be exposed can no longer remain hidden. There was a betrayal. Not one that involved lies in the typical sense, but one of silence, distance, and holding back what should have been told long ago. And now, they cannot hold it anymore. This person is tied to your past, but they have stayed close to your present like a ghost waiting for redemption. Every time you appeared in their dreams, the guilt pushed them closer to finally calling. And now, they are about to unleash the truth, not to hurt you, but to free both of you. Comment below if this resonates. Something big is near. The call will not begin with small talk. It will begin with, please don't hang up. I need to tell you something. Your heart may pound when you hear that sentence. But Archangel Michael says, remain calm, this is not to destroy you, but to complete you. The confession will sting, but then it will heal. Their voice may crack, their words may stumble, but the truth will pour out like floodgates broken open. They will admit something you never imagined they could ever say. And once it's out, you will not go back to who you were before that call. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They have been avoiding you not because they hated you, but because they couldn't face you with what they know. There's something about the way your light shines, it exposes darkness even when it's not your intention. That's why the truth was delayed, but divine timing is never late. Archangel Michael says this is not just a phone call, it's a divine reckoning. A key moment in your timeline that will remove veils and open spiritual doors. You are going to be shaken, but you will rise steadier than before. They will tell you about something they were part of, something you weren't supposed to find out. A decision made in secret. A choice that affected your path in ways you didn't even realize. They will admit they were present the night your life changed. They heard conversations you were never told about. They even knew about the opportunity that slipped past you, but they said nothing. What they did with that knowledge is where the confession gets heavier. You trusted them. And they didn't just let you down, they stepped back when you needed someone to step up. Type Amen to get blessing 224. But before judgment forms, Archangel Michael says, there was divine purpose in the delay. What hurt you then is what's making you stronger now. This call is part of your rise, not your ruin. They will admit something about a document. A signature. An agreement you never saw but should have. There's paperwork they witnessed or were told about, your name was erased, and another name inserted. They were there. They didn't speak out. It changed your financial course. It changed your relationships. It changed your destiny. They thought you'd never find out. But silence is a coward's shield, and now even that is cracking. Their spirit can't carry this anymore. The guilt is drowning them. And only by speaking it can they start breathing again. And only by hearing it can you truly understand the full scope of your power. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The moment you receive that call, energy will swirl in the atmosphere around you. Listen not just with your ears but with your soul. You will feel the vibration of truth trying to set itself free. They might cry. They might pause. But don't interrupt, they are releasing years of poison in one breath. And when you hear the name of the person they mention, the one behind the plot, you will feel chills. That name is tied to something that once blocked your blessing. But now, it's being revealed to break the curse. The person who will call is someone whose presence you've never fully questioned. But now, their mask will come off. And behind it, a mix of shame and desperate hope will look back at you. This confession isn't just about the past. It will shift your future. Because once the truth is out, the chains will break. Type Amen to get blessing 411. They will talk about money. They will talk about inheritance. They will talk about secrets held within family, friends, and even bloodlines. They will mention a specific date. Something happened that day that rewrote the course of your life. You had no clue, but they knew. They will apologize for every second they allowed you to suffer in confusion. And though words may never fix the pain, they are a doorway. A divine opening to closure. Archangel Michael says, forgiveness is your greatest weapon now. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve freedom, peace, and a clean slate. When the call ends, you'll feel a strange silence. Not heavy, but holy. Because something invisible will have left your body. A weight you didn't even realize you carried will lift. You'll feel like crying, but not from sorrow. From release. Type Amen to get blessing 292. This moment is written in your divine scroll. You were always meant to know. But only when you were ready to rise higher, not when you were still healing. Their confession will leave you standing still. You may not even respond right away. But inside, your soul will rise in a whisper, now I know. This will lead to a chain of events. Other truths will come forward. Other people will start to show their real faces. Doors that were once sealed will suddenly open. A hidden financial opportunity will resurface. And someone who rejected you in the past will seek your forgiveness. This is all part of the divine timing. Archangel Michael says, you were protected even in your pain. That call is not an attack, it's a divine key. Type Amen to get blessing 535. There's one more secret they will tell you. It has to do with something you lost. Something you blamed yourself for. They will reveal you were never the cause. You were never the failure. They were just too afraid to speak up. And when they say those final words, those words that complete their confession, you will understand why everything happened the way it did. It was all to bring you here, to this level of awakening. You will not remain the same after this call. You will transform. And what's next for you will blow your mind. You'll begin to notice strange signs after that call. Your sleep will deepen. Dreams will start making more sense. You'll get messages, nudges, numbers, divine alignment. Suddenly, money will flow easier. Old blocks will vanish. All because the confession unlocked a spiritual gate. One that was waiting for truth to be spoken. One that could only be opened by the voice of a broken soul seeking forgiveness. Type Amen to get blessing 686. You are not just being told something. You are being chosen for transformation. This moment is sacred. And you will soon understand why you went through the waiting, the silence, the storm. Because after this call, you will never be in the dark again. You will walk as the light, surrounded by truth. Let your soul be ready. Let your heart be open. Because the confession is on its way. Archangel Michael says, the timing is now. And you are about to receive a divine message that will shake your world, but also save your future. Let the call come. You are ready. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. They will say your name slowly, as if tasting the regret in every syllable. And then they will pause, hoping you don't hang up, praying you let them finish. Because what they're about to say next is the weight they've been carrying like a chain around their spirit. They were told to never let you find out. They were part of a pact. One built on fear, control, and silent betrayal. And yet, Archangel Michael says, truth has a way of burning its way through any locked mouth. It has waited long enough. It's time you hear the real reason they vanished, distanced, or changed toward you. They will reveal the name of a person close to both of you. Someone you trusted. Someone who smiled with you but spoke against you when you turned away. This person created a wedge, not just in words, but in whispers that reshaped how others viewed you. They manipulated feelings. They shifted realities using only twisted truth and crafted lies. But the caller? They knew. And they let it continue, until guilt became unbearable. Comment if you feel something is being exposed to you already. You might feel trembling in your body as you read this, because your soul already knows who it is. That call is not just to inform, it's to awaken every suppressed memory you once buried. You'll suddenly remember moments that never made sense before. Why someone stopped speaking to you. Why something that was rightfully yours never came to pass. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You'll be told the exact day the shift happened. You were mentioned in a room where your name should have been praised, but instead, it was buried. A suggestion was made, a story twisted, and from that moment, the blessing was blocked. The caller knew you would never recover from that if you heard it then. So they stayed quiet, telling themselves they were protecting you. But Archangel Michael says, they were only protecting their own comfort. Now, things have changed. A recent event, perhaps a death, a loss, or a dream, has shaken them into finally stepping forward. They know now that truth delayed is pain prolonged. The confession will include details only someone close could know. You'll hear things you never shared aloud. Moments from your life whispered back to you with haunting clarity. It's not a stranger. It's someone whose absence created a hole in your soul. And now, their voice will be both the knife and the bandage. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They will say something like, I didn't think it would hurt you this much. And you may sit in stunned silence. Because this isn't a small confession, it's a window into betrayal. Yet also, it is a mirror of your strength. Because even without the full truth, you survived. You built from brokenness. You smiled through confusion. You stayed kind when you had every reason to turn cold. Archangel Michael says, that's why justice is on your side now. And this confession? It's the trumpet before restoration. Heaven is moving pieces in your favor behind every word they speak. They will say they watched you struggle silently. They knew what was stolen from you. They knew who took your name off that opportunity list. And they said nothing. But now, they're saying everything. Because the universe is no longer allowing them to sleep in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There will be a mention of a sum of money. A transaction. A deal made with your name as the cost. You will feel fire rise in your spirit. Not from anger, but from clarity. Finally, you'll understand why you felt heavy, why some doors never opened. You'll be told that someone laughed at your downfall. That your pain was used as leverage in a conversation you were excluded from. But now, those same people are panicking, because divine reversal has begun. And it begins with this call. The one that will catch you off guard. The one that will ring exactly when your spirit is most aligned. Do not silence it. Do not delay it. Because even the air will feel different when that call comes through. Type Amen to get blessing 565. They will also talk about someone who envied your energy. Someone who didn't understand how you remained so favored despite their attacks. They thought if they blocked one blessing, all the rest would collapse. But Archangel Michael says, your blessings were never built by them. They were sealed by divine handprints. And no whisper, no lie, no shadow can erase what God wrote in your destiny. They will tell you about a person who pretended to help you, only to collect your information. That information was used to manipulate outcomes behind your back. The caller didn't stop them, but now, they're about to reveal everything. They will confess names. They will mention dates. They will even recall something specific, a photo, a location, a time, that will unlock memories in you. This isn't just about emotional clarity. This is about financial restoration. Spiritual elevation. Soul purification. You will cry, but not just from sadness. You will cry because every cell in your body will feel the release of hidden chains. The call is a sacred exhale from the universe itself. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. And afterward, you will feel heat around your hands. You may even feel dizzy, emotional, or deeply still. That's the energy shifting. That's the spiritual weight lifting. That's your elevation beginning. They will ask you to forgive them. But whether or not you say the words doesn't matter. What matters is that you finally know the truth. That knowledge will unlock new blessings. It will lead someone else to come forward. You'll be shocked at how fast things begin to align after the call. Archangel Michael says, the truth cannot be stopped now. Once this gate is open, revelation will pour like rain. And you will not be the same. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 2025. The call might last 7 minutes, or it might stretch beyond an hour. But every second will carry weight, emotional, spiritual, and karmic. You'll hear pauses in their voice, as if they're trying to find the courage to continue. They will admit that others tried to stop them from calling you. Someone warned them not to stir the past, not to wake you up. But your awakening was never theirs to control. You will sense trembling on the other end of the line. The voice that once felt so familiar will now sound unfamiliar with guilt. But beneath it all, there will be a sincere cry for redemption. They will reveal how they knew about a conversation that shaped your destiny. A moment you thought was lost to time, was actually manipulated behind the scenes. Now, it's finally being returned to your awareness. You'll be told the full story about an opportunity, a travel plan, a career shift, or a relationship that was interfered with. The details will leave your heart racing. You may even need to sit down as truth floods in faster than your thoughts can organize. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They will mention a location. Perhaps a house, a street, or a building connected to the lie. You've likely passed it many times, unaware of the energy it holds. Once you know, it will never feel the same again. Because the veil will be lifted. What was hidden in shadows will stand fully in light. Archangel Michael says, you were always intuitive. The dreams, the gut feelings, the moments of unease, you were not paranoid. You were divinely guided, sensing what others tried to suppress. They will tell you someone is watching you now, not out of malice, but out of fear. Fear that once you know, your presence will rise to a level beyond their reach. And that fear? It's correct. Because you will rise. This confession is not the end, it's the divine ignition. It's the flame touching your wings. You'll recall a conversation that never made sense at the time. Now, with the puzzle pieces, it will all click. Your mind will light up with understanding you never thought you'd have. Type Amen to get blessing 606. They'll mention a woman. Not just any woman, but one who wore many faces. Friend. Sister. Colleague. Stranger. Spy. She played roles. She smiled in front of you and sat silently when decisions were made against you. Her silence was her participation. The caller will confess that she initiated something behind closed doors. She was the one who suggested your name be omitted. She feared your light, your favor, your destiny. This woman is someone you once helped. You spoke life into her. And yet, she returned it with hidden sabotage. Archangel Michael says, her time in your story is ending. And this call is the curtain being pulled back. Her chapter is closing because your real story is beginning. They'll say, I wish I had told you sooner. And you'll feel a strange calm settle into your soul. Because everything you lost will now return stronger. You'll remember the blocked payments. The delayed results. The rejection that came out of nowhere. It was all part of what this person kept hidden. And now, by their own voice, it will be undone. The confession will break the curse that clung silently to your abundance. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. And soon after, things will move quickly. You'll get an email that opens a new door. A call offering what was once taken from you. Suddenly, people who ignored you will try to reappear. You will feel the urge to clear your space, remove clutter, detox your spirit. Because after the truth, the blessing arrives fast and unapologetically. You'll feel heat behind your neck when the energy shifts. Numbers like 333, 717, 909 will flash around you. You may hear a ringing in your ear or get messages in dreams. This is confirmation from the divine realm that what was hidden is now revealed. And your spiritual court has ruled in your favor. Archangel Michael says, "What was stolen shall be returned sevenfold." Do not doubt the power of this moment. You were chosen for the truth. And now, it arrives through the lips of one who once stood in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. They will also speak about love. A connection you once cherished but thought was lost forever. There's a twist you didn't see coming. The person you once loved wasn't the one who truly failed you, it was the one who whispered into their ear. That whisperer is who the caller will name. You'll gasp when you hear it, because you trusted them. They twisted your story. They rewrote your role in someone else's life. And it led to separation you never deserved. The call will bring this into focus. Not for revenge, but for closure. So you may finally walk forward without the burden of, what if? The confession will be raw, but it will carry codes of healing. Even through pain, the light will enter. You are being aligned with your higher path. Your ancestors will rise in support. You will feel a presence standing behind you, protective, warm, and divine. You will know you are not alone in this confrontation with the past.